so excited about today. Today has just been like incredible so far. Check and see if I have all the platforms going on. Live on YouTube. See if we're live on Facebook. Live on Facebook. And we're live on Twitch. Check my text messages. All right. So today is the day that I've been waiting for a long time. And you you guys can come in anytime if you want. I thought what would be kind of cool is I read some pages of the book. I'm texting a few people. Anyway, I was up really late last night. I was waiting for the book to go live. It went live later than what I was expecting. I woke up and was just checking things. There was a couple of issues with some of the automations, but I mean that's very expected with anything is to run into issues, and um, I'm cool with it. We're in the process of getting that fixed, so everyone will have a chance. I had definitely have decided to do an audiobook for this. I've had a lot of people reach out to me already and ask if I planned on doing an audiobook. I love audiobooks, to be honest. So for me, it's pretty no brainer, pretty much a no brainer. I'm trying to find my book so I can pull it up so I can read to you guys. We will try not to get too emotional. Uh, Today is a big day. Today, the third anniversary of shooting. Honestly, I don't really feel like it was in the past. So having this book launch is an absolute success from that standpoint. And where is the book? I actually get my book, I believe, uh, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday, right? Um, so on the page with the QR code is going to be a welcome video, tell you what you're looking for, what you're expecting, and then I'll be honest. This is going to be this dedication part to every person who ever faced a moment when the universe seemed to have other plans. This book exists because you exist, struggling, persevering, and ultimately showing up. I pray that these words find you exactly when you need them most. To Melvin Turner Sr., whose wisdom continues to guide me from beyond this room, your light shines on in every life you touch. To my wonderful parents, younger brother, and sister in law, you all witnessing the pains and struggles gave me the courage and strength to hold it together. And to my nieces, you'll never know how many times Your laughter pulled me back from the edge. This is how we turn pain into purpose. Give me just a second, guys. I was extremely fortunate to have my friend Chuck DeBroder write the forward. Is so incredible when you're able to ask people to do stuff for you, and it just no problem. Uh, I think that's the thing is when we're able to ask and we're able to give get when we're least expecting it is just one of the most incredible feelings. Sorry, moved away from the microphone. Um, so I'm gonna read Chuck's Ford. The heart of Show Up to Win. It's a quiet Monday morning as I sit down to write this. The kind of day that feels like a fresh notebook page, full of promise and a chance to scribble something new. I love Mondays for that. They're a weekly reset, a moment to rewrite your story. Today, I'm excited to tell you about Dwayne Morton, a guy whose life proves that grit, heart, and showing up can change everything, no matter how rough the road gets. I'm Chuck DeBroder, a master hypnotist and mind therapist. For the last 20 years, I've helped folks untangle their mental knots and find their way forward. I simultaneously spent 25 years as a meteorologist, forecasting storms and sunny days. But let me tell you, predicting the weather is a breeze compared to guiding someone like Dwayne through the storms of their own life. Dwayne's story starts in a tough spot. A misdiagnosis sent him down a years long rabbit hole of pointless treatments. He survived a terrifying shootout while driving his niece, a moment that'd shake anyone to their core. And bit by bit, he watched his dreams slip away. When we started working together, Dwayne wasn't broken, but he was buried under layers of chaos and doubt. Our sessions weren't about fixing him, they were about helping him dig deep and find the strength he'd always had. What we did was simple but game changing. We leaned into gratitude, not the cheesy journal about your feelings kind, but real gratitude for the moment that he was in. It was like flipping a switch. That practice rebuilt his confidence and helped him see himself differently. From there, he started taking what I call imperfect action, those messy, courageous steps towards his goals, even when he wasn't sure where they'd lead. We all get stuck in what if spirals sometimes. What if I bomb this job interview? What if I flunk out of school? I tell my clients and I remind myself that if you can imagine a bad what if, you can dream a good one too. Picture this. What if you know that presentation and got a standing ovation? What if you won a random sweepstakes and a $25,000 check showed up in your mailbox? How would that feel? Where would you go? That's not just daydreaming, it's training your brain to chase possibility instead of fear. It's fuel for action. In failure, it's not the enemy, it's more like a tough coach. Every stumble teaches you something, maybe what not to do, but that's still progress. I tell people to get a little excited about messing up. Each mistake is a clue, a nudge toward a better way. Growth isn't a straight shot, it's a zigzag of trying, learning, and getting back up. Dwayne's love for basketball is at the heart of his Show Up to Win program. For him, the court was more than a game, it was a life teacher. As an international player in South America, he learned resilience, picking himself up after a bad game or injury, discipline, dragging himself to practice on days he'd rather stay in bed, and staying cool under pressure, keeping his head in the game when the clock was ticking. Showing up wasn't just about being there physically, it meant bringing his whole self, mind, heart, and focus, even when life felt like a full court press. Now, Dwayne uses basketball to coach teens and adults to show up in their own lives. He asks a simple question: when life throws you a challenge, do you step up with everything you've got, or do you leave your courage on the bench? His program isn't about being flawless, it's about showing up with intention, believing you're enough, and playing the game of life with heart. This book isn't just Dwayne's story, it's for anyone who's ever felt stuck, doubted themselves, or wondered if they've got what it takes. Your challenges have made you tougher than you know. The answers you're looking for, they're already inside you. The boldest thing you can do is show up, not perfectly, but fully, on the wild, messy, beautiful ride of becoming who you're meant to be. With gratitude for Dwayne's courage and yours, Chuck DeBroder. So, one of the things I did in the book, um, I'm a huge Silverstein fan, and so I created these little like illustrations with the basketball like bouncing around. Which the ones with the book, yeah, I hope y'all really enjoy those. It was just kind of fun, something that I felt like I just wanted to show a little bit uh, more of me personally. So I'm kind of checking to see. Uh, I know this was very impromptu, so and a lot of people are telling me they're at work and those type of things. Um, just check it, make sure. All right, here's the introduction. Introduction. The bounce begins. The universe speaks in patterns. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it roars, but it communicates exactly what we need to hear, precisely when we need to hear it. Growing up in Benton, Kentucky, I learned basketball wasn't a game, but a language. When words failed, I'm sorry, when words failed, emotions ran too high, and life's chaos became overwhelming. There was always the rhythm of the dribble, the perfect arc of a well executed jump shot, and the satisfying swish of the net. Basketball taught me everything I ever needed to know about resilience. What I couldn't have known as that little boy throwing a red, white, and blue ball toward a 10-foot hoop was that the universe was preparing me. Each shot, miss, and correction in form built a resilience muscle I would desperately need later in life. You're holding this book because something in your life has knocked you down: a diagnosis, a broken relationship, a career setback, a tragedy. Whatever your shot was, that moment when everything changed. I want you to know one thing: your bounce back has already begun. In these pages, you'll discover the show up to win method, the exact process I used to transform my darkest moments into my greatest mission. This method, which stands for Show Up to Win, is a comprehensive resilience strategy I developed based on my experience and research. It's not just a theory or wishful thinking, but a practical guide to overcoming life's challenges. I've been where you are, and I'm here to share what I've learned. I went from a promising basketball career to a misdiagnosis that stole years of my life. I went from an ordinary day to surviving a shooting that took the life of a police officer. I went from questioning my purpose to creating a movement that's transformed thousands of lives. And it all started with showing up. The universe aligns with those who take action. And when you genuinely show up with intention, presence, and purpose, winning becomes inevitable. Your energy creates your reality, your thoughts manifest your world. This isn't metaphysical theory, it's quantum physics in action. And as you read these pages, I invite you to become completely present. Absorb these words with your mind, heart, and spirit. The fact that this book found its way into your hands is no accident. It's a sign from the universe, a gentle nudge in the right direction. The universe has brought us together for precisely this moment. It's time to show up to win. Let's begin. And then it's signed Dwayne Morton, resilient strategist, speaker, and coach. And so, one of the things that I just want to stop and just talk about is you have to have mentors. You need people on your side. And if you're doing this alone, that's a mistake. Trust me, I tried that. I tried the isolation, I tried the hermit mode. It just does not work. Like you are running up an uphill battle and it's just straight up. It is damn near impossible. And so if you're having that type of issue, like the book is going to help you. It's going to show you that like you need more people on your team. There's actually a chapter where I just talk about my team and the people that pick me up daily. And so I just want to really stress that because I think it's so important. It's something that I truly left out of my life, but I had people in that journey that picked me up. So I was very fortunate to have Melvin Turner Sr. and rest in peace, sir. Um, all the lessons that he gave me, all the phone calls that he would give me weekly to just pick me up. And so I don't know who that person is in your life. I don't know if you maybe have to cut some strings to find that person. But what I'll tell you is when you find those type of people, it's one of the most beautiful things in the world when you just know that you have that one person that will be there, maybe not for their entire life but for that season, and also like they're pouring in knowledge into you. Excuse me. And so the other thing is like these things that I put in here, if you apply these every day, you're going to have a way better life because this is an amazing life to be able to live and be able to live freely, be able to live in your authentic self. And for me, I've always lived with my integrity in the first light, and I've always lived very authentically. And you can tell, like, I've wore the baggy shorts when everyone else put them away and they went to shorter shorts. I've listened to hip hop when people weren't listening to hip hop. And so I'm just trying to give you guys an idea. When you find something that is your identity and you want to hold on to it, you don't have to give it up because it's out of trend. These are the things that separate us from other people. And God only made one of you. God only made one of me. I'm getting compared to all these different people who do podcasts and books and all these things. And I don't want to be them. I just want to be me and I want to be the next Dwayne Morton. That's it. That's all I care about. And so my path is a little bit different and it's supposed to be because it's my path. I'm chopping trees to make that path through the forest. I'm not going the path that is already smoothed out that other people have already went across. Their path is not for me. And so that's the one thing I want to challenge each and every one of you is to find the path the path that is for you. And I hope that this book gives you the tool set. I'm not going to say hope. I pray that this book gives you the tool set for you to find your own way, for you to know that you deserve and you can earn better. It's going to call. There's going to be things. It's going to cause some resistance. It might cause a lot of resistance. It might cause some being out of alignment with some people. but you were never supposed to be in an alignment with those people. And so I just I pray that this book inspires a ton of people, but like I just know that the people it's for is the people it's for. And the people that's not for, that's okay too. They'll be able to take something out of this book and apply it into their life, and they'll be way more happy. They'll be able to understand rest and relaxation. They'll be more motivated. They'll manage their stress better, but ultimately they'll be more successful. So I have a few more minutes I'm going to be on. I have so many people that are just saying, I wish they could be a part of this. I know Kyle is having a procedure done. So, Kyle, man, good luck today. I've been praying for you, my friend. But I remember, we'll go back. I remember when I was scared as hell to do this right here, to go on Facebook Live. Wow. And now look at me. Doesn't matter. Could care less. I'm trying to figure out what I can say to inspire you. That's it. That's all this is. Oh, I'm hell of excited about this book. I'm hell of excited to see what everybody else is going to get from it. But ultimately, like, this visibility piece used to scare me to death. There's a moment when I played overseas where I got mobbed. I broke a backboard, which um, I'll be honest, it wasn't a glass backboard. It was a wooden backboard, and I did it in front of a whole entire school, and they mobbed me. And so I was like, oh man, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't like this. And so for all these years, I would hold myself back because of that one experience. It's funny how our belief system kind of works. What most people don't realize is that it goes off of our experience. For me, that part was scary. And all I wanted to be was safe and secure. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. But for Dwayne in the elementary, same thing. He was scared. He was fearful. He was afraid to say anything that might piss somebody off. I wish I could go back to that little kid and just say, hey, man, like, just be yourself. That's it. And then there's so many times I look back at my life and, man, and I'm like, I was so close to being with the in crowd. So what? Like, I mean, I'm friends with a bunch of them right now, which is insane. Like, I was just like, it's kind of crazy how after years go by and you just run into the right type of people. But I think the thing was Dwayne had to realize that he had enough value in those rooms. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now that Dwayne believes in everything in his heart of heart that I believe to have I believe to have the value to be in any damn room. Whether it's millionaires, billionaires, I don't care. If I'm in a room with Elon Musk, I'm gonna shake his hand, but he's gonna have to respect me too. And that's the type of respect I have for myself and the self value I have in myself. And I know that there's a lot of people that are like, damn, I don't I don't think this dude from nowhere in Kentucky like realizes that he's just in nowhere Kentucky. But it doesn't matter. It's about what I'm putting forth. It's what I'm building. And so one thing I will share is I spoke in front of some high school kids in New York City a week and a half ago. One of the most incredible experiences I've ever had. So amazing when you're able to inspire somebody at that age. And they shot a video of the kids talking about what they learned from that day, and one of the kids actually repeated two of the main principles that I spoke about. And so for me, that was that allowed me to see the impact that I'm building. That allowed me to see that like this kid's life is going to be different because I crossed path with him and I did a speech. So this is where we are. This is where we're at, a part of this journey. And so one of the things that I'd love is if you buy the book, take a picture of the book, tag me in it in different social media parts. I'm going to actually really focus on my Instagram because I know like I need to focus on my Instagram. But please let me know that what you're getting from the book. Let me know how I can help. Let me know how I can support. And then ultimately later on down the road, probably really soon, is we're building this community to show up to win. So um, I've had to put that off because I wanted this book. And honestly, one of the things that really inspired me to get this book out as quick, well, I wanted to take this date and have a happy moment on it. But also, I ran into somebody 2 weeks ago, and I was going to send them a copy of this book. And I was like, why am I going to send them a copy of this book when I could just get the book out and hand deliver them a copy? They've been through some major ups and downs, and they've been through some major trials and tribulations. But everything, every bit of advice that I could give them was in this book. And so I'm getting ready to sign off. I appreciate you guys. I know that there's people that had just like, hey, they're at work, they got other things busy, and I understand I did not give a lot of time, and I'm cool with that. But I promise the next time I do another book that I'm going to give a lot more time. I'm going to give a longer release date, and this party is going to be a hell of a lot better. And ultimately, we're going to have a lot of people come up and say all the results from this book. I hope you all enjoy a great Friday. Enjoy a great weekend. And if it feels aligned for you, pick up the book, read it, apply it, and change your life. And most importantly, show up to win, guys. Peace.